G bars.
Really?
CBS Sports.
Okay.
In the Selection Sunday show, where they honored the memory of the late Greg Gumbel. Passed away of cancer in December. He had been part of March Madness for a quarter century. I mean, it was very difficult to not have him there. You're just so used to it. We're us three specifically, we're all old school. And just, he was college basketball. He was the CBS guy. He drove the deal. So I give the entire CBS production crew for Selection Sunday. They wore Rolling Stones t-shirts in honor of him, who was a huge fan of the band. So for my G2G, it goes to CBS Sports.
Well done, Rock. Well done. Remember the honor of one Greg Gumbel. Had a chance to deal with him for a March of Dimes here many, many years ago. Had a chance to pick him up over the Biltmore and chat with him. What a nice guy. And he honored the March of Dimes fundraiser. It was kind of a lunch kind of thing, but just a fun guy, nice guy, very, very, very humble in that way. For my G2G protein bar game chamber, I'm going back to the crypto arena in LA.
Into the offensive end with Luka Doncic running the show. He's got 10 in the quarter. He tries for 3 more, and he buys those 3 more on the left wing. Luka doing a dance on the far side of the court as his team goes up 17 in the first, 28-11.
Okay, so it seemed like he was just in warm-ups during the game. 33 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds, and, you watch him, and it's so frustrating. Somebody, don't be afraid to go get a hand in his face. He was open a couple times. Nobody, they marked it. Nobody within 10 feet of him. He would drive the lane, a couple little, 4-foot shooters or floaters, if you will. Nobody in his grill. Nobody contesting him whatsoever. And you just watch. I mean, I'm amazed at him, watching him and the Joker. I mean, similar styles to me as far as their jump shot and the way they move around. But just day in and day out to see the consistency and knowing that the Suns were coming in and LeBron may have another week or so to kind of pick that up for them. And he started off slow, but man, when he got on a roll and kind of taunted the Suns on top of it. So Luka Doncic, 33 points, 8 assists, 11 rebounds, leading the smack-talking charge of the LA Lakers against the Suns.
There you go. I'm with you on that 100%, as Luka just did whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted and whenever he wanted. My G2G game changer goes to the ASU hockey team.
That's to the right of stick for the loop. There's down. It's down. 4-3 down.
Great atmosphere at the Mullet Arena, sold out for both games against Minnesota Duluth, and an unbelievable finish in overtime to win that game 6-5 after the Sun Devils trailed early in that hockey game. In overtime, ASU wins and advances in college hockey. Good enough for my G2G bar game changer.
Jax?
Thank you for queuing me up, Manuch. I thought Jimmy B was going to queue me up.
I did too, but we got you.
I thought you were just going to jump in.
I think he forgot. My G2G going out to Dusty May and the Big Ten champion Michigan Wolverines.
Squad, how were you able to get it done this season?
It's obviously the resiliency. They got every game. They've gotten lost in the fight, lost in the game. They just kept leaning on each other. And man, what an effort. But we still got a lot of work to do.
I can see the emotions right now. Can you describe that feeling?
Yeah, for these guys, come from different places. They have their own individual goals and ambition. And to see them put all that aside to try to do something special together and take a lot of pride in the team and the university and who they represent. It's a special group of guys.
Just an incredible job.
I always enjoy those because every single coach's voice is gone.
Yeah.
Tom Izzo, Dusty May. But Dusty May, the first Big Ten coach ever to win the conference tournament in his first year at the school. Michigan, as you know, were 8-24 last year, dead last in the Big Ten. He comes after what he did at FAU, the turnaround they had there in the Final Four. He brings over his big man Golden. They won the Big Ten as an underdog. Both rounds to Maryland, they were an underdog, and yesterday to Wisconsin. And I know they're a 5 seed, and people have them as a potential upset against UC San Diego. I think this team's playing the best ball right now. I think they're going to beat UC San Diego personally. But regardless of what happens, it's a successful season. Dusty May and the Michigan Wolverines get my G2G Pro Team Bar award.
Connor?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the NFL here. We didn't have a lot of NFL action, I should say, as all the games are in the offseason. However, not any shortage of news. Ricky Arsenault is going to get my G2G Game Changer of the Week. This is the agent for CEO, or he's the CEO, for Alliance Sports, and this is the agent for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. As combined, these two now are the highest paid wide receiver duo in NFL history.
Burrow in the gun. It's a long count for Joe. Got the Browns to go offside. This is a free play. Throws a deep ball for Chase in the end zone. Yeah. Jamar's got it. Touchdown. The Bengals trying to win it from the 3-yard line of Denver. Burrow looking to throw. His pass. It is caught by T. Higgins. Yeah. Touchdown. It's over. Bengals.
Gotta love that.
Can you tell the color announcer to shut up until the play-by-play guy's done with the call?
I wonder what the commission for something that's going to be, what he's going to make. You look at that overall. What do they pay him? One big nut, from the conference?
Do they make 3%?
In this case, maybe 1 or 2, if that.
Okay.
But, $69 million a year combined for both of those. I think he's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Hey, our G2G protein bars, they are game changers. They're now available in Costco. Check out the refrigerated section and you will see what I mean. Or you can go online to g2gbar.com. So here we are on St. Patrick's Day. And we have fun with little Jimmy here because Jimmy's only 5'2", with Skechers 5'4".
No, 5'7" with Skechers.
You are not 5'7", Jimmy.
Dude, seriously, let's go get a tape. Hey, let's get a tape roll or what, a measure, whatever the hell it is.
5'4.5", if that.
You are not 5'7".
Jimmy, my dad was 5'8".
How tall are you, Jax? You're like 5'8", right?
No, I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you, Jack.
With shoes on.
Yeah.
5'10".
See, here's the thing, and you know who you are. You're listening. If you're shorter than 6 foot, you're at least 2 inches taller than you really are.
Or you're 5'11 3/4.
So that leads me to this question.
Okay.
Who is the best all-time shortest professional athlete of all time?
Ooh.
So who is your leprechaun? Who is your leprechaun in sports? Manuch and I were at the Oakland A's spring training probably 15 years ago. And we tossed this question out. We were outside doing the show. We were on, I don't know what time we were on at the time. I don't even know what station we were on at that time.
It was 3 to 6.
And I remember we tossed this out there and we got the second amount of phone calls other than the SB 302.
SB 1007 or 1070 or something like that.
We've ever had. Like, it was literally 3 hours straight of just taking calls and the debate that, say if it's Muggsy Bogues at Jimmy's height 5'3", or was it Spud Webb at 5'7"? Is it those two guys?
Doug Flutie.
Flutie. I mean, I'm not going to throw that Eddie Gadel in, the 3'7" guy who was a single publicity stunt that he did in baseball in 1951. But, you got Deuce Vaughn right now.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas State Wildcat. Mm-hmm. He's the shortest active player in the NFL at 5'3". Mm-hmm. I mean, he towers over Jimmy. 5'3". But if you look at notable athletes of all time, Simone Biles, I'll give it to her.
Sure.
Yeah.
4'8".
Sure. Yeah, I mean, she's phenomenal.
Were your kids real short too, Jimmy? They all like 5'5" and under?
Both of them are taller than me.
Okay.
So they're 5'5" plus or minus. Give it. Didn't we have was it Billy Shoemaker that was?
They're not athletes.
What? Jockeys?
Jockeys are not athletes.
Oh, they're not?
I don't think they are. I wouldn't put them in there.
Don't tell them that. They're trying to ride a horse at 1,500 pounds.
What's doing all the work? The horse.
Yeah.
You can make a comment. I know guys that make left turns aren't going to like this, but you can make a case that these drivers aren't really athletes. If you created a criteria that stated you have to be athletic in the sense that you are doing something with your body to perform an action to win. something.
Well, the drivers have got G forces. They got the G forces. They're fighting that the entire time for 3.5, 4 hours straight.
Again, I could never do it. I'm not saying because I'm not an athlete.
No,
I
exactly.
couldn't do it.
But when you tell those guys, their workouts to get ready for races are phenomenal workouts.
I understand that, but I think I don't know what the criteria is. We're just talking out loud. But I think 90% of people listening will say, "Rock, shut the what up." NASCAR drivers are athletes, and I would maybe agree with them to a point.
Yeah.
But if we have that criteria where it is somebody that is hitting a golf ball, trying to hit a baseball, is skating on ice, or hitting somebody on a football field or something like that, where there's not something that's helping you,
sure,
per se, like a horse. If that horse is not on, if that horse isn't working, you're not winning. If there's something that's not working with that car, there's nothing you could do in that car to make the car go faster.
But it doesn't mean they're not any more less physical because things aren't working properly. It's still physical.
So you're going to say a NASCAR driver is at the same level as an NFL player when it comes to his athletic ability?
Physicality, no, it's not.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah,
it's
but I know where you're going.
Aspect
so
of it.
There's a ranking. I think Joe Morgan is another guy. Was he 5'8", if that, 5'7", 5 is an outstanding athlete.
Got to do what we're talking about.
No, but I think the physicality it's physical what they do. Yes. And it's not as physical as a football player.
But my point is, it's the criteria that we would set to the level of that physicality.
That. Yeah, but
you and I have argued 100 times and then some that I would take a hockey player as a more physical person than an NFL player. You argue the fact that it's a train wreck every play. Mm-hmm. Well, not all 11 players are in that train wreck. The 5 players on the ice and maybe the goalie is getting shot at every time. They are in a train wreck every time.
No, they're not. They're not getting hit every play, Rock. They're getting hit. They're getting checked once in a while.
They're skating on ice.
I get it. I know.
I don't know how you can make an argument that a football player is more athletic than a hockey player.
How about a guy running routes or having to block?
But it's 11 minutes total.
Okay.
How about actual line?
And the line only goes 1 minute per line, right? That's it. They only go 1 minute at a time.
So, okay.
4 lines.
Have you seen it? But how many times do they have those lines? How many times they're coming in and out?
Yeah, okay. So maybe they're more cardio sound. That's about it. That's about it. But they're not physically fit or sound as much as the NFL, football. Take that one to the grave. Jimmy will agree with you because he always agrees with you, but I would just say that.
Good stuff, Manuch. Way to represent football.
Not a baby, man. These guys have no idea. Put some pads on, a helmet on, and come on out and let's see what you got.
I bet a hockey player could play football, but a football player can't play hockey. All right, we'll go to break on that one. Craig Fouey next.